Ryan Sieg, they're together in row number 5.
This is the moment everybody has been racing for all night tonight. These final 5 laps. Who will go with whom? How will it shape up here to the finish at Daytona? American Ethanol, green flag is in the air. And there they go to turn 1. Brian Scott, Elliott Sadler, side by side, taking the field up to banking.
Brian Scott needs his best restart of the night, and he got a pretty good one, but Elliott Sadler is still right there. Scott getting the shove by Dillon. Sadler getting the shove by Eric Jones. He bailed out on him. Jones goes to the bottom and leaves Elliott Sadler all alone.
Hang on, Elliott Sadler, because help is on the way. Here comes Joey Logano charging up the outside of the racetrack, trying to rescue Sadler and rescue their chances for a win here in Daytona.
Here's Brian Scott with the lead back into turn number 3. Austin Dillon lines up right behind him along the bottom lane of the racetrack. Then Eric Jones with Elliott Sadler outside him.
Side by side from third on back up front. Brian Scott, that Chevrolet pinned to the bottom of the racetrack. The outside line beginning to come forward. Here comes Elliott Sadler. Brian Scott now crosses over.
Full head of steam for Elliott Sadler trying to come up the outside lane. Scott cannot throw the block. Sadler is halfway there. They are 2 by 2 now. Sadler trying to keep a wheel up. Brian Scott still leads off 2.
Here comes Elliott Sadler. Scott throws the block. Oh, he's in the wall. He crashes on the back straightaway, and the field comes flying apart. Here they come. David Reagan will spin and crash. Eric Jones gets a piece. Joey Gase is in it. Regan Smith. Or you've also got Ryan Sieg, Joey Logano, Chase Elliott. You've also got Harrison Rose. Everybody now ducking and dodging, avoiding this major crash on the back straightaway.
Brian Scott out in front had lost drafting assistance, it appeared, Mike Bagley. He was trying his best to play defense, and it went wrong.
And he jumped up in front of a oncoming surge of cars in the outside. Obviously, they got locked together, and that's when the front of the field came flying apart. Everybody getting swept up into the outside wall, then spinning to the inside of the racetrack. An army of safety vehicles parading up the superstretch right now to tend to the David Starr car, which has come to a rest right in front of us here at the entrance of turn number 3. Joey Gase as well, who is down to the inside all the way almost against the inside safer barrier. Everybody else has left the accident scene, but that wreck took about 10 or a dozen cars along for the ride.
Remember that script that you wrote? As we said, just throw it out the window. Brian Scott, as Mike Bagley pointed out, came up to try to throw the block on Elliott Sadler, clipped him, and it turned Brian head-on into the outside retaining wall. Unbelievable finish. Well, it was an unbelievable start. We're getting down close to the end. We're under the caution flag with 3 laps remaining. When the green flag came out, Elliott Sadler lined up on the outside of row 1, and he faded quickly. Well, guess what? Elliott Sadler back in the game. He will restart in position number 2. Austin Dillon is shown as the race leader with Dakota Armstrong running 3rd and Benny Gordon running 4th under caution from Daytona International Speedway. This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR. We are trying to get into the AutoZone Go Zone to bring this one to the checkered flag and go down and visit somebody down in Gatorade Victory Lane, but the question is, who will it be? It looked like it was going to be Brian Scott, bottom of the racetrack, top of the racetrack, trying to block them all, Joe, but we know that you can't block every lane here at Daytona.
Absolutely. Elliott Sadler, one of the cars involved in the crash, and here he is on pit road.
Yeah, we weren't sure he was going to come to pit lane, but he does have some damage down the right side of the race car. This is a bright blue Ford Mustang. They're going to give a couple of hard yanks on the sheet metal under the right front wheel well, try to get that pulled off from rubbing that Goodyear Eagle tire. They're doing a lot of work on the left front. They pulled the fenders off the left rear as well. The right front, now they got the hammers out on the right front. That's never a good sign. So they're pounding away with the hammers on the right front corner and gave the rest of the car a pretty good once-over. But he does have some damage to the race car. It looks mostly cosmetic, however. So it looks like Elliott Sadler will rejoin this at the tail end of the lead lap.
Well, the tail end of the lead lap. Now we want to make sure that we have this official. The tail end of the lead lap could be 9th. Right now we are showing 9 cars on the lead lap. We also see Benny Gordon in. He is a car running on the lead lap. These guys have nothing to lose at all, even though they've got some Sheet metal issues, Winston Kelly. We also see Joey Logano in. These are lead lap cars virtually giving up nothing to come to pit road.
Yeah, Joey Logano's on pit road for at least the second time. It might be the third. He started to leave, and then he backed up. Apparently, crew chief Greg Irwin seeing something he didn't particularly like. Brian Scott has been on pit road since the caution light has come out, so he's lost at least 2 laps, perhaps 3. You mentioned that Benny Gordon come down pit road. He, too, with nothing to lose. They're going to try to patch up that car and do as much as they can to return him to the racetrack and try to get a good finish. But they're still putting all kind of bear bond, that's the 200-mile-per-hour tape, down the left side, the left front side of Joey Logano's car. Also, they've cut away a little bit of the right front fender and try to patch that back up. And the right front fender has been totally cut away from Brian Scott's Chevrolet.
Oh, we've torn up some race cars in this evening's event. 14 in one crash, another 4 or 5 in this most recent crash. And the few survivors out there, we're trying to figure out for sure how many cars are on the lead lap. And at one point, it looked like there was 9. Some had come to pit road. Some have gone back out. It looks like we're back, what, about 9?
Yeah, that's what I'm showing here. And here's what's ironic. Austin Dillon and Dakota Armstrong, the only 2 cars that I have unofficially that stayed on the racetrack. Everybody else from 3rd through 9th came onto pit road. Chase Elliott, Casey Kane, Elliott Sadler, Benny Gordon, Eric Jones, I believe Harrison Rhodes and David Reagan also all took advantage and came on to pit road. We need for these cars to come back around in order to reset it. So, Postman, this is crazy. It also could play out for Dakota Armstrong.
Yeah, Dakota Armstrong right now being shown in the 2nd spot, and that makes sense to me that he would not come down pit road. The last incident, he had a little bit of damage on that car. Frankie Kerr, the crew chief, brought him down, and they took a lot of time working on that car, and they only got a lap or 2 in that run, but they feel pretty comfortable with him. And, well, that track position, they're certainly not going to give that up. So who knows? Dakota Armstrong finished 11th here in February. That was his career best finish at Daytona, but looking for a career day and maybe even something a little bit bigger for the Richard Petty Motorsports car.
23-year-old driver from Newcastle, Indiana, Dakota Armstrong, might be in position to pull one off and really surprise everybody here tonight. But again, still got to wait and see what's going to happen. Hopefully getting the 1-to-go signal shortly, maybe the next time by. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Motor Racing Network.